Let's go to Haiti now, where malnutrition, cholera, gang violence and spiralling inflation are all contributing to a worsening situation. According to the United Nations, 2 million people are experiencing acute food shortages, and thousands of residents in an area of the capital Port-au-Prince could face starvation in the coming days. Well, we're joined now by Mathias Pierre. He's a former Haitian government minister. He joins us from Washington. Mr. Pierre, thank you very much for being with us. I understand you're returning to Port-au-Prince tomorrow. This is some pretty grim news from your home country. What is causing this?
I think we can describe the situation going on in Haiti as a total turmoil. And as the local leaders, us refuse to sit together in a dialogue to find a pact for a solution. I believe that everybody is looking at the international community. The government has called for international intervention, but we have seen that in the past 30 years with different missions from the United States, the UN, and everywhere, and that never addressed the issue. I think we believe today that the international community should serve as intermediary between the different leaders so we could get into a dialogue to solve the problems, not a military intervention to actually tackle the specific issue and where the long-term problems remain in the country as is.
You mentioned that Prime Minister Ariel Henry has called for international help, but the government in the country could be doing more itself, couldn't it?
I think, as I stated multiple times, government needs to negotiate first with the U.S. government. Because remember, if we don't have a powerful force, armed force, legal armed force in the country, well equipped, we will not be able to fight the gangs. And this is the situation. One, we have a lot of guns coming from the United States through illegal means. We need to negotiate with the U.S. government, and State Department started some elements to help us address this issue to reduce the arms and ammunition coming from the United States. Second, there is an embargo on legal purchase of weapons and ammunition for the police, and because the U.S. doesn't want Haiti to have an army. So we need to negotiate so we could get ammunition and weapons legally from countries so we could equip our police to work. And I believe also the government on its side need to negotiate what I call a security state of emergency to allocate enough resources for the police force with 13,000 people to be able to be well equipped, organized, have intelligence fund to address the gang issue. The problem has to be solved locally. Any international intervention or international force will be coming just to try to tackle a specific issue. But don't forget that the gangs, they are shielded in the slum population. How are you going to address that? How are you going to, they might be in a position where when you have an international force, they back off, but they're going to be inside of the slum population. How are you going to address that? This is a long-term issue. It's all around the country, and it has to be addressed in a dialogue with Haitians to sit together to solve the problem. And I don't believe an international intervention is the right solution for the long-term stability and economic development of Haiti now.
I take your point about issues bringing weapons into the country and resourcing the security forces, but you say this is a long-term plan. But there's also the short-term, immediate need, food. There's the threat of cholera. There's sexual violence against women and girls. How is the government going to tackle those priorities?
Those problems has been there. I think a little accentuated with some of the blockage and gas. But don't forget that the protest around the gas increase that has been jacked up by the government more than 100%, it's a whole population. It's not one problem in a specific area. It's a whole population protesting. If you look at the streets of Haiti, you will see a lot of people protesting against gas price, protesting against the economic situation. The gang issue is one issue, but not the whole issue. We need to address the problem of Haiti, and I think it's up to the Haitian leaders and the whole of the government is to call up maybe it might be too late because it's been 14 months since the assassination of the president that the actual government was supposed to get into that process to get the country into a legitimate line of power by the elections. That didn't happen, but it's never too late. How to get the economic sector, the civil society, and the politics to sit together for a long-term political settlement, I think that should be the emergency for the country now.
Okay, Matthias Pierre, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.